Captain Lawrence, sir.
Send him in.
Yes, sir.
At ease, Bob.
Thank you, sir.
Cheroot?
Oh, no. I haven't gotten over the last one yet.
Sit down.
Thank you.
I understand you've completed your assignment.
Right up to date, sir.
Good.
And if you have no objections, Colonel, I'd like to start on my leave tomorrow.
There is just a slight objection. You're leaving tonight for the Sandwich Islands.
Sandwich? Yes, sir.
Did you ever hear of, Kanakas?
They're the natives of the Sandwich Islands, aren't they, sir?
Right. Listen to this. Department of the Interior. Subject, slave running. The Port Authority reports increased activity of slave traders shipping Kanakas through our southern ports. This situation demands immediate attention. Detail operator to investigate illicit traffic at its source. Signed, General Wallace Gage. You'll travel incognito. Under no circumstances must anyone know who you are.
Sandwich Islands. Nice hop, skip, and a jump from here.
About 3,000 miles west of California. You'll take ship at the Gulf, go around the Horn, then northwest, and here you are.
Captain, when I get the gold.
Now, don't you worry, Chief. You'll get your gold just as soon as my mate gets back. Come on, let's drink.
Need any help, sailor?
No, they want to see my tattoo.
Well, show it to him. Get it over with.
You from the States?
Uh-huh.
Well, all right, I'll show you something that'll make you homesick. Here, look.
That is a work of art. Some chest, too.
No, that ain't nothing. When I let my breath out, why, Mexico joins the Union.
Say, is that your ship out in the bay?
Uh-huh, that's a Black Hawk. She's pretty, ain't she?
Nice fat tub. That's kind of low in the water, doesn't she?
Well, she's weighted down with copra. Boys just finished loading her. We're all ready to shove off.
I wouldn't mind shoving off with you. I'm getting sick of this island.
What brought you here in the first place?
Local color. I'm a writer.
You mean you write stories?
Uh-huh.
What do you think of that? We got a quill slinger with us. You make them up out of your own hand?
Oh, not always. Sometimes they drop right in your lap. Now, you take this place, for instance. From time to time, I've heard that natives have disappeared from this island and were never heard of again.
Huh?
Do you know about that?
Sometimes so.
Really? Uh-huh, that's right.
All checked in, Captain. Good. Round up the crew. We sail at once.
Aye, sir.
All right, sailors, hit the deck. Get aboard. All right, sailors, hit the deck. Hit the deck, everybody.
I ain't got nothing left to hit it with.
There you go. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Aloha. Aloha.
I'll see you soon. Well, in a couple of years anyway. Goodbye.
What's your first port of call?
Well, as far as I know, it'll be near Panama on the west coast of Mexico. I'll shove in there and reprovision, then I'll shove off for
Who's charting this course?
Captain, I was just telling them, feller, that...
I was just saying that I'd like to sign up and join ship.
Well, we've got no room for dead weight. Come on, men.
No, goodbye.
Back on the main arm. Look it out. Get to work, you lovers. Come on. Speed short on the anchor. Still short, sir.
Captain, I caught him stealing food in the galley.
Stowaway, huh?
I got into a little trouble on the island, and I had to leave in a hurry.
Well, we'll all run into a little trouble sooner or later. Oh, Mr. Blake, an unexpected guest. Mr. Blake, our first mate.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Blake will show you about the ship.
Delighted. Step right this way, sir. This is aft, astern. This is the main hatch. Midship. Mainsail. This is the mainmast.
Shall I, Oh, plenty of time for that. We can use an extra hand for a while.
Aye, Captain. And this is forward. And this is the galley. Right here is where you start to earn your keep. Nice kettle of parsnips. Sift through it. Load that bucket up and send it down the hole. Some of this stuff is still good enough to eat. Good enough to eat? Oh, I see. You got pigs on board, huh?
We're the pigs. That's what's left over from breakfast, and we don't like it. Oh, you don't? No. Oh,
Hey!
When you come to, load those buckets up and send them down the hose.
it's a lucky thing for him I'm not on my feet.
Lovely disposition, that fella.
Yeah. Sweet as gallstones.
Mr. Blake,
Yeah.
when we signed on for this trip, you said this ship was going to pick up copra. Well, there ain't no copra down there, and we want that.
Any more complaints? Get all hands on deck. Aye, sir. All hands left! Left, all hands! Now get this, men. We've got a long haul ahead of us, and I'm here to see that we make it with regular ship's discipline. And if there's anybody that don't like the way this ship's run, he can leave it right here. And if I hear any more whining or bawling from anybody, I'll skin him alive. Now that's all. Turn to, get to work. Come on, turn to.
First part of the trip was a pleasure. Smooth sailing and shore leave at every port. Why, you know, when we... Hey, where you going?
Just taking a look around.
You better stick on the job. That big mate'll get you.
Herded in there worse than cattle.
I didn't know we had live cargo.
What about the rest of the crew?
Well, they were on shore with me. Oh, I ain't got no more sense than the last year's grasshopper. I should have stayed home on the farm.
Ship ahoy!
Why away?
2 points off the starboard quarter, sir.
Measure out.
Man of war!
Put your helm down. Set a new course.
Aye, sir.
North by northeast. That's the third one this week. We'll keep her due north, but on a wider detour.
Oh, we've already lost a week.
Yeah, we got to stay clear of the trade lane.
There's the problem of rations.
Yeah, cut them down.
But they're on short rations now.
Well, cut them shorter. Mr. Blake, stop pampering your crew.
All right, sir. I will. This is sure good beef.
How's the ale holding out? all, Chop?
Only 3 cases left.
Huh? Your error, Mr. Blake. You should have stocked more ale for this voyage. All right, Chop. You can go back to your mess.
Aye, sir.
I can't get this.
You call this grub? It's awful.
Don't eat that, Parson.
Think not of what you eat. Seek first the kingdom of heaven.
Ah, to give it the cramp.
Why, there ain't enough of this garbage to give a fly a cramp.
They've been cutting down on us every day. They'll be feeding us on air next.
Ah, what's the use of squalling? The ship's lost ground and the old man had to shorten rations. It's the same for one as the other. Is it? I don't see the ship's officers eating that mess of stewed worms. They're feeding on good solid beef and potatoes, washed down with ale. Ale? You hear that? Washed down with ale.
And that's on 1 cup of water a day.
Are we going to stand for that? We outnumber them. We can take over the ship and put it back on the course. That's it.
Now, wait a minute, men. You're jumping off the deep end if you're planning on mutiny.
What if we are?
Because you can't get away with it, that's why.
Oh, we can't, huh? Stay out of this.
What do you know about it?
They're armed. You'll be walking right into the muzzles of their guns. Why don't you do it the smart way, boys? Wait till we get to port and we'll turn them over to the authorities.
Yeah, and starve to death. He is right. We're taking over the ship right now. Start it out.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Nobody gets more than a half a cup of water a day. If anybody comes near this barrel, brain him.
Aye, sir.
I never knew you could work up such a thirst for plain water.
Said it only rained.
Reminds me of the dry spell we had down home. Corn grew so low the birds had to kneel down to eat it.
That's what's going to happen to all of us. We're going to dry up like parched mummies.
Let's go.
I've got to have a drink right now. I can't stand it.
Take it easy, kid. Don't be a fool.
How's it going down there?
2 more dead.
Get them out.
And one of the women,
A baby?
not yet. Shall I give her some water?
Yeah, half a cup. At sundown.
I don't care what's happening to that woman down in the hole. My orders is... No, you don't.
I'm taking that water if I have to boil you in it first.
All right, keep her due east. Back to her course.
Aye, sir.
We'll never make it. Not enough water on board. Well, those Kanakas are drinking 2 barrels a week. That's a drain that'll lick us unless, it's either them or us.
All right. If it doesn't rain by morning, over they go, chain and all.
Right.
The Kanakas are going over.
The Kanakas, poor souls, that'll be thrown into the sea in the morning.
What? The whole flock of them. Women, too.
lot of calico pups filled with sawdust? Stop thinking of your stomachs and think about those 200 people that are about to be sent overboard.
And good riddance.
We'll have plenty of water now.
It's wholesale murder, that's what it is. And the water you get will be soaked with a taste of their blood. Look, fellas, you wanted to seize the ship a couple of days ago. Well, now's the time to do it.
And get shot down. It was you that warned us against it.
Well, we've got to take a chance.
Kanakas bomb.
They're human. They've got just as much right to live as we have. What do you say?
Nothing doing. You know what happened to Jock?
All right, you yellow liver. I'll do it myself.
Come on, get out of here.
Why?
Coombs pinched on you. Here comes the mate.
Well, what of it?
You can't do any good in iron. Get out. Beat it.
Where's Lawrence? Don't know. Search the ship. Let's look in the forecastle. Look aft, hurry!
Not a sign of him anywhere.
Well, he can't get away. What are you doing here?
Oh, Staff asked me to come and fix up the rope curled on the deck here.
What?
I was just fixing up the rope so then the deck was going on the thing.
Did you look down the hold?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Come on. Look around.
Aye.
What's wrong with them? Dead. All dead. What's the matter with you? Paul, Kapu.
He's not down here, sir.
Get those stiffs out of here.
Please, me make prayer first.
Huh?
No bury dead without prayer. Hulikaku.
Come on, let's go. What about these stiffs? Haul them up with the rest in the morning.
Aye, aye, sir.
$3,000 worth of slaves going overboard. All right, Mr. Blake, over with them whenever you're ready.
Aye, sir.
Lad, up those stairs. Big glad to see you. Mr. Blake, we got a surprise package for you. We found them when we was cleaning out the hold. The slaves were covering them.
Well, how do you do?
Shall we throw the Kanakas over now?
Not yet. We'll give them a little show first. There's only 9 of these, but each one leaves its brand.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
You wouldn't?
No.
Turn him around.
Morning.
Kuiluna.
Get back, every one of you.
Hold it. Back up, all of you.
Oh, no.
Stay back, boys. I'll take care of him myself. Come on, get him.
Say, Uncle. Uncle.
Now listen to me, all of you. From now on, Slim's captain of this ship.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. And you'll all take orders from him. Head for the mainland, wherever it is.
Aye, aye, sir. All right, get going, you deck swabbers. Come on, get going.
Lonnie, when we get your people back home, these men and your chief are going to have a lot to answer for.
My people take care of Chief. And now, Mr. Napoleon, what are you going to do about water?
Our Father who art in heaven, succor thy children who go down to the sea in ships.
We asked for rain, but ain't this kind of ridiculous?
Father in heaven, we thy children affirm our faith. In travel as in peace, in darkness as in light, we thank thee.
Where away?
3 points off the port bow.
Land! Captain, I can't make out the flag. Where are we?
Near as I can tell, we should be off the coast of California.
Where'd you get those?
Well, there's enough guns and ammunition on this boat to start a revolution. They weren't only running Kanakis, but they were gun running, too.
Good. We may need them.
Well, I'll get some more.
Want it. Tell your people to swim ashore. Slim and I'll follow in the boat.
Hello, going on there?
Hello, go again tonight. Watch on the prisoners. Slim and I will be back as soon as we get food and water.
Aye, aye, sir.
Get a move on with those guns, will you?
All right.
Ought to pull that flag down and rename it Bailey's Folly.
Sure,
do another season like the last one, and I'll go crazy.
Me too.
It's all right. Sam's in the house, alone. Well, let's go. We'll put it up to him right now. No need for all of us to go. Joe, Bill, and me's enough.
Trouble with Sam Bailey is he ain't the same man since that Russian woman got hold of him. Whatever made him marry again at his age? Second childhood.
Hello, Tanya. Where have you been, Pen?
Well, I was out riding in the gorge.
You know, sometimes I think you care more for that horse than you do for me.
Foolish man.
Come in.
Simon, want to speak to you. Alone.
You got anything to say to me, say it in front of my wife.
All right. We've decided it's best for all of us to pull up stakes and go back east.
You decided?
I'm speaking for every family in the compound.
Well, it's kind of sudden, isn't it?
Sudden. We've had 5 years to think this over, and it just ain't no go. Last crop proved that.
Our victuals won't hold out very long.
Now, hold on, one at a time. We can still get help from the Mexican garrison.
Yeah, you've been saying that right away.
And ain't nothing happened yet.
Now, wait a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. We're not as young as we were. Trekking back cross-country means fighting Indians, fording rivers.
That's better than starving here.
Sam, I think they are right.
Why, Tanya?
Well, I am willing to trek back if everyone else is.
That would be a great help. Yes, if it hadn't been for her, we'd have been...
We're going to have our say. While the stores were running low, you were giving party after party for her.
Yes, all your fault. She made us all sorts of crazy promises. And look at us now.
Let's try not to fly off the handle, reason this thing out. We've got a fine piece of land here. Climate's perfect. Now, all we need's a little money to buy seed.
Dad, there's some very strange-looking people coming in.
Who's running this place?
I am?
My name's Lawrence. This is Slim, Captain Collins of the ship Blackhawk.
Hiya.
We're anchored offshore.
What brings you here?
We'd like to borrow food and supplies to get our ship back to the Sandwich Islands. There's 200 of us.
200?
And practically famished.
My stomach's been heckling me for days.
It isn't that funny.
We ain't got enough troubles. You come here and ask us to feed 200 men. You've come to the wrong place, mister. We're sure to grub ourselves.
Surely you can give us some food. A big outfit like this. Or at least you can feed us while we're here.
Best thing for you to do is to move on to some other place.
Oh, Dad.
No, Helen.
All right, if that's the way you feel about it. No telling what hungry men will do for food.
And armed.
Armed?
Do not let them bluff you.
We can't send them away hungry, Dad. Be firm, Sam. If you feed them once, then they will camp here, no? We can tide them over for a day or two. Then they can sail off and look for another place.
All right, get some of the women, see what you can scrape up.
Yeah, while you're scraping, see if you can scrape up some clothes for these heathens.
Would you ask your men to follow me, please?
Sure. Larson.
Aye, sir.
Come on, Slim.
Oh, that's a cute suit. Where'd you get it?
I'm a Swiss. Many of us came out here with Mr. Bailey.
Oh. Are you Swiss, too? Ole, 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 ole. Ain't I seen you somewhere before?
Sure, maybe in Paris, where I've never been.
Can you cook?
Can I cook?
And me twice a widow.
A widow? Mm-hmm. Well, what are we waiting for? I'd like to ask you something. Could you tell me the difference between the Queen of Hearts and some walnuts? Don't you know?
No.
You'd be a fine one to send after walnuts. What's the matter with her? She ain't very sociable.
Well, I can't say for sure. All I know is she has to break in a new set of friends every week.
How do your men feel now?
They've put down their guns, thanks to you. But that's only temporary. In all seriousness, I've got to find a way to get some food and get that boat back to the islands.
You won't find it here. Our last hope was a Mexican garrison at Simona.
Simona?
It's about a 2 days ride south of here. We owe them so much taxes on this land. They're in no mood to help us.
There must be some other way of getting help.
And ever since I can remember, it's been a struggle for existence.
How did your father have to trek out here in the first place?
Our mother died, and Dad just wanted to get away. I was about 14 then.
Pretty young for pioneering, weren't you? But you don't look any the worse for it.
Thanks. We're at the end of our rope now, though. About ready to give up.
Well, you can't do that. Something's got to be done. What did you say the name of that town was where the Mexicans live?
Simona.
Come along, I want to talk to your father.
What do you want?
I'm going after help, Philippus.
Where to?
Simona?
You're wasting your time.
No harm in trying.
What can you do that Sam could not?
I've still got 200 armed men.
200 men. And they have a trained army, my friend.
Mr. Lawrence, I'm satisfied that they're leaving us alone, not trying to run us out of here. You're just stirring things up. You asked me for a handout, and I gave it to you. Now I'll thank you to go on.
I'll not go on until I provision my ship. All I ask from you is a horse.
Oh, Dad, maybe it'll work. He will only make trouble for you.
Trouble? That sounds good coming from you.
Sam.
Helen, go to your room. Now, Lawrence, you get out of here.
I'll go down there if I have to walk.
Mr. Lawrence, what time did you want to leave?
Early in the morning.
I'll have a horse all saddled and ready for you.
Thanks a lot.
Good night.
Good night.
She's asleep now.
Well, what's your youngster's name?
Oh, her name's Genesis. She was born on the plains 2 weeks after my first husband died. He was one of Davy Crockett's men. Big strapping fellow like yourself.
What did he die of?
Well, I don't like to say. One day he was strong as a lion, just like yourself, and the next day he was gone. Like that.
Oh. Say, that's a mighty fine-looking goat you got there.
That's Grigorovich. He was named after my second husband.
Too?
Mm-hmm. He was a Russian.
Oh.
Big strapping fella, just like yourself. Strong as a lion one day, and the next...
He popped off, too.
Like that.
Oh.
I always did like big strapping men. Too bad we're shy of meat around here. I'd show you some real cooking.
Well, I hear that goat, when it's cooked right's mighty tasty, widow, mighty tasty.
Oh, now you wouldn't want me to do that to Grigorovich.
Gregor, Well, I'd a lot rather try and eat him than I would try and pronounce his name.
Well, maybe you're right. I might at that.
When?
For my wedding breakfast.
Huh? Your what?
My wedding breakfast.
Oh,
Captain, you wouldn't think of giving up the sea and settling down now, would you, Captain?
Well, no. Widow, I was thinking it over, and for sailing on the boat and cooking in the boat coming down through here and the children and everything and the pop-off. Oh, no. No.
Prepare General Romero for the arrival of the American. Tell him Bailey is ready to move off the land if the American does not interfere.
Muy bien, señora.
And give the General my regards.
Sí, señora.
Here's a little lunch. You'll need it.
You would think of that.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bob! Take care of yourself.
Mr. Lawrence from Fort Bailey.
General Romero, how do you do?
Delighted to meet you.
Your garrison is very gay tonight, General.
A simple fiesta. You must be tired after the long ride. See that the senor gets food and wine, then bring him to the library.
I appreciate your hospitality.
I don't understand. Are you planning to settle your men at Fort Bailey?
For the time being. In the meantime, they've got to be fed.
It's a large order.
We're a large group. All armed.
All armed. Well, in that case, I suppose we'll have to do something about it.
Sí, mi general. Thank you, General. I knew you'd understand.
Will you stay the night?
No, thanks. I'll have to hurry back. Thank you.
Did you notice that? He salutes like a trained soldier, and he threatens with 200 armed men. There's no time to lose. Order enforcement from Montes. Ready to march. Está bien.
Hiya, Bob. How'd you make out?
Wait a minute.
Well, I gotta know, are we gonna get grub?
Yeah, plenty of it.
I gotta hurry up and tell the widow before she cooks the goat.
So you went in spite of me?
Well, Mr. Bailey, our problems are over. There's a wagon train leaving tomorrow with food and supply.
Oh, Bob, that's wonderful.
I'll believe that when I see it.
You're the hardest man to please.
I have a message for Sam Bailey.
That's me.
From General Romero.
Thank you. So our troubles are over, huh? Listen to this. We resent your sending us an emissary to intimidate us with threats of armed force. This unfriendly act brings our patience to an end. In view of your failure to pay taxes on the site originally granted you by the undersigned, notice is herewith served your colony to vacate Fort Bailey by the end of the week. Now see what you've got us into.
We can call her bluff.
Bluff?
This doesn't scare me a bit. I still have a problem of my own to work out, and I'm going to stick to it.
You'll stick to it, and we'll be blown to pieces.
Listen to him, Dad. Maybe he knows what he's talking about.
She's more interested in him than what happens to us.
Helen, I want you to stay away from this man. He's nothing but a renegade poking his nose into our business. I don't know what your game is with these savages you brought here, but you're not welcome, see? If you want to do us a big favor, you'll get on that ship and clear out. Now go on. Get out.
How long are we going to be stowed away here?
Listen, beautiful, you're not going anyplace, and if you have any appointments, you better forget about them. All right, Larson, take them below. They've been up long enough.
Come on, you.
Well, where'd you get the masquerade?
Genuine coonskin. It belonged to the widow's first husband. He was one of Davy Crockett's boys. It's cute, ain't it?
Mr. Bob.
Yes, Swanee.
My people ask when we go home.
I know I promised to get your people home as soon as I could. But we can't leave until we get food.
When we go.
Might be weeks, even longer. In the meantime, we've got to find something for your people to do, so tell them to build shelter and shacks, make themselves comfortable.
Hikanui. I got go give you go holly. I'm not go I tell them.
All right, Wani.
Like I told you. Now they are building themselves in. But we will never get rid of them. Never.
Hello, kid.
Hiya, Sam. Howdy, Miss Bailey.
Well, what brings you down here, kid?
Just taking a look-see. Been hearing some funny things. Something about a sailor floating in here with a lot of savages.
Floating? He's moved in lock, stock, and barrel.
How come? What's he up to?
Better ask him. There he is.
Hey! I'd like to have a word with you.
Go ahead.
Bailey tells me you barged in here without so much as a by your leave.
What of it?
Seems to me you got a lot of explaining to do.
Listen, mister. I don't know who you are, and I don't care.
My name's Kit Carson.
Kit? Oh.
And my outfit's got a friendly feeling toward this colony, so if there's going to be any trouble around here...
Oh, no trouble at all. What outfit are you with?
Fremont's.
General Fremont? Well, that's different. Where can he be reached?
Well, the last time I seen him, he's camped right over that ridge, about 2 days' ride.
Good. I'll ride over and see him in the morning.
Yeah, I would if I was you. I don't think you're going to have any more trouble with him.
You know, this is getting to be a habit, asking you to have your horse ready at the crack of dawn.
Oh, not at all. I'm generally up pretty early anyway.
Don't you ever get lonely out here?
Sometimes. You're gonna have good weather for your journey tomorrow. The sky's all bright and clear. How do you like our California moon? Isn't it lovely?
Sure is. You know, I've seen that old moon shine down in a lot of places. Clear across the country, around the Horn, on the Pacific. But I've never seen it shine in a more attractive spot than right here.
You make it sound like poetry.
Well, I'm far from being a poet. But I can appreciate something beautiful when I see it.
Let's keep looking at the moon.
I'd like to keep watching it until it disappears behind the hills.
I'm afraid Dad would have a lot to say about that. Which reminds me, I'd better get back before he starts wondering where I am.
Where you been, Helen?
Out in the gorge.
Kind of late to be out there alone.
Oh, I wasn't alone.
You with that fellow Lawrence?
Mm-hmm.
Thought I told you to stay clear of him.
Oh, Dad, he's trying to help us. First thing in the morning, he's leaving for Camp Fremont. Fremont? On our account as well as his own. I have a feeling you won't fail this time.
Maybe he can.
We're just about at the end of our rope when we landed off of Fort Bailey.
Oh, so you're the renegade I've been hearing about. What are you doing with your prisoners?
Well, I'll take them along with me until we clean up that sore spot in the islands. Then I'll turn them in when we get back to the States.
Fine specimen of subsoil. Very fertile.
I'll have to take your word as a scientist for that, General. In the meantime, those Kanakas are government charges.
Yes, of course.
And I'll have to call on you to provision the ship.
Just order what you need. Excellent seed mold. I'm making a botanical survey for our government.
By the way, that Fort Bailey outfit's in tough straits.
I know. But I have no patience with incompetence. They've got the most fertile homeland in California and simply let it run to wreck and ruin. What they need is a leader with some initiative.
Well, I agree with you, General, but isn't there some way we can help them?
Sorry, Captain. They don't fly our flag.
But I'm indebted to them. They fed my men.
Look here, Lawrence. My stores are Army property. I have no authority to issue any of it to outsiders. However, I'll issue any amount of supplies you ask for and charge it to your assignment. How you dispose of it after it leaves my hands is no concern of mine.
Thank you, General.
What is it, Dad?
I can't understand it, Helen. Your stepmother's been gone all night. I hope she hasn't had an accident.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. She can take care of herself.
Gentlemen, a toast to a most beautiful aid. Senora, we drink to your accomplishment. When do you start back?
As soon as you take possession.
Assemble the troops. We start marching.
Studying. I just come from General Fremont. There'll be enough supplies to give you a new lease on life. Plenty of livestock.
Livestock and beef? Gotta stop the widow from cooking the goat.
Oh, Bob. I know you wouldn't fail.
Fremont's men will bring the supplies as far as the ridge. We'll have to bring them the rest of the way. All right, men, we'll ride out and meet them. Fresh supplies to buoy him up, we might be able to turn Bailey into an optimist.
Huh?
An optimist.
Oh, what's that?
An optimist is a fellow who doesn't care what happens, as long as it doesn't happen to him.
I guess that's what the widow wants me to be.
I guess I'm its godfather. Hello, Wani. People getting everything they want?
Fine, plenty. Thank you, Mr. Bob.
Too much good, Mike. I knew law.
Well, I don't have to ask if he's doing all right. How's everything, Slim?
Just fine, Robert. Just fine.
Before we got this food, you thought I was a pretty good catch.
Now you know that's wrong, widow.
Oh, go on. She was going to marry me just because my husband left me a goat.
Honey, I'd have married you regardless of who left him to you.
Hello, kid.
Oh, hey, Billy.
Well, I got what I asked for.
Yeah, now you're going to get something you didn't ask for.
What?
The Mexican army.
Mexican army?
I passed them down the coast, headed this way, hundreds of them.
Well, we're cooked. I'd better ride out and meet them, tell them we'll get out of here peaceably.
No, you don't. You'll stay here and fight.
Now, wait a minute.
I'll take command here. You ride to Camp Fremont and tell the general that Captain Lawrence needs his help.
Captain Lawrence?
The United States Army.
Army? Yeah, that's different.
Get going, will you?
All right, Captain.
You men will fight for your homes, won't you?
What?
Your future lies here and you've got to fight for it. They can't get to the fort without going through the gorge first. We'll make our first stand there. Larson, you go back to the Black Hawk and get all the heavy rope you can find.
All right, sir.
The rest
Come
of you
on,
men
man.
get picks, shovels, axes, anything you can get your hands on. I'll show you how to hold this place, and don't forget to bring your rifles. Get going.
I'm sorry this has to happen. I hope Bailey's smart enough to live peaceably.
He is.
Mr. Bob. Almost ready.
All right, wait it down a little more.
All right, hick on.
Here. Step aside, men. Let a country boy show you how it's done.
Take your positions! They're here!
Don't cut the rope till I give the signal.
Yes, Mr. Bob.
We haven't got a chance. They outnumber us 10 to 1.
We'll be all right if we can hold him off till Fremont's men get here. Go along with your men.
Don't waste your ammunition! Pick your target! All right, fire!
pleasure of doing this. Bob, no more cribs, all empty.
The cavalry's breaking through.
Back to the fort. Pass the word along.
Back to the fort!
Back to the fort! Back to the fort! Back to the fort! Back to the fort!
Mr. Bob. You take care of the people. You see they get back home.
I promise, Warner. Last thing I ever do.
Hello?
How can I ever repay you?
By hoisting the American flag.
Pull it down, boys.
Well, we did a good job, didn't we, General?
Who are you?
Captain Collins.
Army?
No, Navy.
Where's Captain Lawrence?
Captain Lawrence. Captain Lawrence.
Right here. Gentleman's asking for you. My compliments, Captain, for a fine job of defense. When I write headquarters, I shall recommend you for a citation.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, kid.
You're all right, Captain Lawrence. You're all right.
I suppose you'll be starting back to the islands now.
That's my job. And then I'll have to trek all the way back to the States, turn in my prisoners. And after that, powers are willing,
Yes?
I'll come back and take another look at that California moon.
All right, Pat, shove off.
Where you going?
With you.
Oh, sure, I can tie the knot. I'm a sea captain. Here.
What's this?
Well, it was Grigorovich, but it's just about the right size for a baby blanket now.
Slim Collins, where do you think you're going?
Why, I was going to get the boat, going to go...
Oh,
coming
no,
down
you
through the-
don't. I hope that goat and you're going to eat it.
Yes, ma'am. Goodbye, Slim.
Bye, Slim.
All right, boys, show off.
Wait, hook it up.